Hey guys, Metal Driver here, bringing you another Batman custom cape video. So, if you saw my video from a couple weeks ago, I did a quick review of the Matt Reeves The Batman figure from McFarlane Toys, and I also showcase a custom cape and how to apply that custom cape on the figure. So today, what I'm going to be doing are two different things. Number one, in that original video, someone had left a comment saying that when I showcase the boxed Batman, the one that was all taped up from Amazon, that figure was the defective version, and then I ended up showing off a non-factory error version of the figure and showing how to put a cape on that one. They seemed a little bit upset that I switched out the figures. I want to make it very clear the point of that video was to showcase how to apply a custom cape. It wasn't on how to fix a figure. So regardless if you have the factory error or not, you can still apply the cape the same way. But seeing how I do have a factory error, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to fix that in this video first. And then the second thing I'm going to do is showcase a different custom cape, one by GPSLot, and we're going to see how that cape looks like on the figure. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you have the factory error, and you're one of the unfortunate people that received that one, and it seems like a lot of people did. It does appear to be a widespread QC issue from McFarlane Toys, especially with the ones that were pre-ordered online. So the two issues with that figure is that it has this upside down abdomen, and it also has the unmasked mask over the cowl, which is supposed to be with the unmasked Batman. But instead, a lot of the regular standard version of the Batman figure received that mask around the collar. So it's actually pretty simple to fix the abdomen. The one that is upside down features those lines that are pointing down. So the tool that you're going to need is a hair dryer, or you could also use a heat gun. All you have to do is just heat up the torso, pop it off, flip it right side up, and put it back on the figure. You could possibly do it with hot water, although I wouldn't really recommend doing that. It could still work. I think a hair dryer would be more effective, or a heat gun. And so this is how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to curve on the abdomen pointing upward. So that's how it looks. So again, pretty simple fix. And then the second issue with the factory error is that, again, it has that folded up mask that's sitting over the collar. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to heat up this collar and then use an X-Acto knife to cut around the mask. I'm assuming that the mask is just glued on the collar. It's not like a separate brand new molding. At least I hope it isn't. I know there was some people online that posted their fix-ups. I can't really find that anymore. It was on Instagram. It wasn't from someone that I followed. So unfortunately, again, I can't find that. So I'm going to try my best, see if I can fix it, and then show you guys how that looks so that way you guys at home can fix it yourself. Alright, so I did pop the head off the figure so I can get a better look at how the mask looks over the collar, and I still can't really tell that if this is a whole new molding, brand new molding, or if this is just simply a separate piece that's glued on the collar. So hopefully the camera's nice and focused. I'm going to see if I can cut a little bit right here. That didn't really work, so I think I'm going to heat this up a little bit more. Use the hairdryer on this a little bit longer, because looking underneath, don't think you can tell. But right there, it does look like that is a separate piece, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to try and heat this up again, see if maybe I can separate that part. Alright, so here's how it's looking so far. It's actually proven to be a little more difficult than I anticipated. And yeah, you can see that plastic right here doesn't look good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the rest off, and we'll see how that looks. Alright, so I got the mask off the collar, as you can see right here. And then taking a look at the collar, and yeah, it does look like it's been mutilated a bit. It's not smooth as it should be, so that does kind of suck. So I'm not really happy with how that looks. So I was just hoping that the mask itself was glued onto maybe just the top lining of the collar, but it looks like they either glued it completely over the back of the collar or possibly a whole new molding, but I think they probably just ended up gluing it like that, and so kind of turned out chewed up. It's not smooth at all. So I mean, if it doesn't bother you, then that's a way to remove the mask, and it looks, I mean, okay. Again, depends on how you feel about it. Me personally, I'm OCD. It's gonna bother me, so yeah, that kind of sucks. So I'm probably not gonna put the cape on this. In fact, I am not. So just to be transparent, so no one complains that I swapped out the Batmans, I'm going to be up front, and I'm going to use that Batman right there, because I did find that at Target, and that is the correct version. It's not the factory error. So I am going to be putting the cape on that Batman instead, because as I said, it is going to bother me that this collar looks like this, but I did show you how to remove it, how to fix the torso, so if you are not bothered by the way the collar looks, then go right ahead, do that. But just be aware that it's not going to look perfect, it's not going to look how it's supposed to. But that aside, this is the cape that I am going to be using. This is the GPSLot cape. Now their eBay store has a ton of capes, a ton of fabrics. This one specifically was the cape for the Justice League Batman, and unfortunately that is sold out. So if you're going to want to buy a cape that's similar to this, I think the next best thing is their Azrael Batman cape. That is pretty similar to this, so as you can see, it is pretty much flat right here. So what you're going to want to do is drape the cape over like so. Obviously you're going to want to remove the plastic cape, and then you're just going to want to bend the wire around the collar like this, and then you just make your indent where you want the cape to be glued, right by the chest piece right here. So that's how you're going to utilize this GPSLot cape. Now obviously it's going to look better than this, it's not going to be all hunched over because of this plastic cape right here. So if you want more of a tutorial on how to put the cape on, how to remove this cape, you can watch my original video. I'll put a link in the description, and also right here I'll put a card at the top. So I'm not going to show you how to do that because again, I already did that in my first video, so check that one out. Now I'll go ahead, put this cape off camera, and I'll show you how that looks. Alright, and here's the custom cape on the Batman figure, and it looks really good. I do like the length of the cape. It's not too long, it's not too short. Now, it is not accurate to how it looks from the movie. It does have the scallops and the fins, whereas in the movie, the cape did not have those scallops. It was more of a flat cape, but I think there might have been some longer points on the sides of the cape, but I could just be remembering it wrong. But this does look fantastic. Now, it was a bit of a pain to kind of put on the figure, so I did have to kind of bend the wire so that it would fit around the neck, but I did manage to get it. And again, I did use the correct Batman, or the non-factory error, but I think this looks good. It definitely adds to the figure. Definitely makes him look more impressive. And again, this cape I did purchase from GPSLot. That is a seller on eBay. They have a ton of different capes. And they also have a more flat cape without the scallops. So if you did want a more accurate looking cape, you could find that on their eBay page. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. The cape is different from the previous cape that I showcased. Material's slightly different. It does have a different length, a little bit of different stitching. So no matter what custom cape you decide to go with, or if you want to make your own, it does add to the figure and makes it look more impressive in my opinion. So I will be showcasing another GPSLot cape in the near future. I'm going to see how that looks on the Dark Knight Returns McFarlane Toys Batman figure. So be on the lookout for that video. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow me on social media so you can check out my action figure photography. I do mostly wrestling, but with enough engagement in my DC videos, I might be doing more DC photography like I used to many years ago. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.